SNOKE.
SNOKE.
SNOKE!
SNOKE. I mean, that's got to be one of the biggest letdowns in cinematic history.
SNOKE is the supreme leader of the Sith. He's basically Emperor Palpatine, but he has really, deadly bodyguards. He's really awesome. He's really superior. He just puts off that good, strong vibe.
They hyped this character up for so long, saying he's this, and that. He's so strong. He's one of the strongest beings.
There's, why is he so feared? Why is he so powerful?
How did you become Supreme Leader? Who the hell are you? Where did you come from? Why did you create the First Order?
Why was he not in the first 6 movies or mentioned at all?
You know, I thought there would be a whole background on Snoke, that Snoke was Darth Plagueis the Wise.
I was really hoping that he turned out to be Darth Plagueis. I thought that would have been a great way to tie in the prequels.
This is Darth Plagueis. This is the guy who knew how to conquer death.
Everyone's wearing your Snoke theory sucks t-shirts, or there's been all these videos, theories. Who's Snoke? Is he Darth Plagueis? Is he, Jar Jar Binks? Right? Yeah.
They let us have all those years of YouTube fan theories speculated like a mother.
Snoke is Darth Plagueis or some shit.
And all the while they were like,
all this hype and people talking about it for hours and hours and hours about Snoke. Who is he? What's he doing? All that stuff. And then they just do that with it.
Snoke, Rey, Kylo Ren.
So, there was the scene, as most of you know if you've watched the movie, where Rey and Kylo Ren enter Snoke's lair. And Snoke's sitting in his big throne with all these bodyguards around him that have staffs that shoot out lightsabers, so he's not really one to joke with. And their armor is lightsaber proof. So, he's sitting there, right? He says to Kylo Ren, after some talking, he's like, kill Rey.
Rey is being pulled down to her knees in front of Kylo in order to be executed.
He's he puts Rey down on the floor, he puts his lightsaber next to Rey's head.
And then, he's bragging to Kylo how he knows all his thoughts. You can't keep anything from me. I know your intimate thoughts, I trust you and this and that.
Snoke is I can read your mind. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking before you're even thinking it.
And then, this whole time he's bragging, the lightsaber is sitting by Snoke. He snatched it out of Rey's hands and sitting beside him.
On the throne, on the armrest, if you want to call it that, right on the side of Snoke.
So Kylo Ren pretends he's about to kill Rey. He starts moving the lightsaber slowly.
And the lightsaber is slowly turning and turning.
And then boom, it goes off right through him on the side, and
it ignites inside Snoke, goes through him.
And yes, it's true. It's being ignited, through his stomach, through his belly.
And he's just like...
They then just waste him and kill him off? With no explanation of who he is?
You can't do that.
So...
Oh my god.
They murdered Snoke in this movie. The only one thing that I really wanted to know about, the mystery. Is he Mace? Is he this? Is he Kylo? Is he Darth Sidious? Darth Plagueis? The why? Who is he? The nigga's nothing, bruh. He got murdered by Kylo Ren. You mean to tell me this all-supreme knowing being didn't know that he was forcing his saber right next to him?
That's part of my problem, too.
He's supposed to be the wisest man. And there was a bit in it where he just, literally, Kylo Ren was getting annoyed with him. He just flicked his wrist. Bit of force lightning, just slapped him around the face a bit. So if he's that powerful, how could he not sense someone about to kill him?
Oh my god! He gutted him! He cut him in half!
He was being tricked while he was telling us
that he got...
I see his I can read his mind. I can see his entire mind. Everything that he does.
Ridiculous! So you never find out who the guy is. You never find out where he got the scars or the gold lame welcome to outer space Vegas jacket. It's ridiculous and stupid, and frankly insults my intelligence.
And if he is so powerful that, he can command the First Order and he can have so much influence to turn Kylo? How did he not see Kylo turning the lightsaber and just friggin', where's my button? Killing him. Anybody want to tell me how that makes sense?
In this movie, a lot of stuff doesn't make sense.
Logic thrown out the window. This just continues in Last Jedi.
Kylo Ren, I sense that you're now complete.
Yeah.
I sense it. Really, Snoke? Do you sense this saber about to go through your abdomen?
Yeah, he couldn't sense a lightsaber right beside him on a table, like on the armrest of the chair, turning, making a loud-ass clanking, like while turning, so they can cut Snoke in half. Yes, you heard that right. Kylo Ren killed Snoke. Snoke dies in this movie.
I don't even think he had half an hour screen time. It's ridiculous. It's what was the point of Snoke?
You honestly, why does he exist at all?
He was the master of Kylo Ren, and apparently Kylo was able to trick Snoke to kill him. And you're like, okay.
Yeah. I thought he's meant to be more powerful than Palpatine. Palpatine wouldn't go out like that.
You let somebody try that shit on Palpatine. Palpatine in Return of the Jedi. You let somebody twist a cyber or a lightsaber around, or a laser sword, as Luke called it. You let somebody twist a lightsaber around on his watch. Yeah, that shit ain't gonna play with Palpatine, man. He gonna kill you.
Why wouldn't you turn this character into a huge fight? You could have had an awesome fight. A 3-way fight. You could have had him fight Luke. That would have made an awesome movie. Instead, you had to kill him in the wimpiest way, horriblest way possible. Good job, Rian Johnson.
Everyone's like, well, he did something different with the movie. You don't like it because it's different than the rest of the Star Wars. No, do something different, but make it good. Just because he made a bold decision doesn't mean that it was a good decision,
It takes Star Wars into a bold new direction. It took Star Wars down, in my opinion. What bold new direction?
Disney, wake up and smell the coffee.
I think, again, the problem here is that it's failed potential. We feel so disappointed because there was potential. That's what we feel as fans who were let down by this film.
I'm giving you my speech. My speech is over.
And they showed Snoke like this, bro. Oh my god, they could just make him.
They just seem so stupid how he died as well. It was pretty awful.
Just the guy on the chair.
You don't even know what the fuck he wanted. And he's
What
dead.
is your purpose for being evil?
You don't even know what his plans were.
Where are you from?
He just kept saying,
why you were dark?
Bring her to me. Why, Snoke? Why do you want her so bad? Are you gonna tell me what you're gonna do? What's your big master plan? Are you gonna take over the universe?
Yeah, what?
Nothing. He's dead. And there's still nothing.
Snoke is gone. Lightsaber moves to Rey, and Rey and Kylo Ren stand next to each other or back to back. And
Rey and Kylo have this little buddy moment where they're fighting together and killing off the rest of the Imperial elite soldiers.
So we have our one epic lightsaber battle for the film, which is great. And everyone in my theater was like, "Oh my god, this is so good!" Except what was wrong with that battle? Oh yeah! Nobody uses the Force!
I'm really fucking pissed. This is... It's just...
God, guys, I swear.
They were almost semi-getting their ass kicked a little bit towards the end of that battle, when Praetorian guards, who were pretty badass, pretty highly trained as well, I like their weapons, had them wrapped around the neck, one of them had with his, whatever the hell it was. So they put up a little bit of a challenge to them.
Again, the two most Force powerful people fucking ever are sitting there getting strangle-held.
And I'm like, all right, you gonna use the Force now? Or you guys just gonna not do anything? I mean, I don't understand what's going on.
Right? Every other fucking lightsaber battle we have, you have people force pushing shit. You have people force pulling the ceiling down on your head. Right? You have all this crazy stuff. This is no sword.
Move on. Move on. Quick lightsaber, flash here, and that's it.
Oops, no, I'm gonna lightsaber my way out of this because I suddenly forgot how to use the Force because apparently multitasking is one of the things that you lose when you just have all this raw Force sensitivity. Great.
I found myself in the middle of the movie kind of going like, oh, this is from Empire Strikes Back, or oh, that's from Return of the Jedi.
If you've seen Empire Strikes Back and Return to the Jedi, you pretty much know everything that's already going to happen in this movie. Yeah, once again, nothing new. Nothing new.
This movie recycles a lot. It recycles a lot.
That whole scene with Snoke taken out of Return of the Jedi. Just when Luke went to confront the Emperor, we have Rey going to confront Snoke.
Rey arrives willingly, admittedly with a little bit more style than Luke did, but she arrives willingly aboard Snoke's ship to allow Kylo Ren to capture her, to bring her before Supreme Leader Snoke, in handcuffs, by the way.
And gets put in handcuffs, and he's taking her to the Galactic Overlord. They're in the elevator, she's got the handcuffs on, and she's like, no, I sense the good in you. I feel the conflict in you.
Because she senses good in Kylo. Luke, why are you going? Because I sense good in my father.
Come back to the light. And he's like, once you meet the General Snoke, Emperor Palpatine, you will understand all the power of the dark side. Wow. They stole the lines, I swear to you. And then everything from on there was just a fucking copy.
Snoke removes the bindings, takes her lightsaber, puts it on the same handrest that the Emperor did in Return of the Jedi, and then proceeds to monologue about how powerful he is or how awesome of a villain he is.
General Snoke being like, embrace your destiny, follow the powers of the dark side.
I'm this, you're that. Take his place. Come on, do it.
Yeah.
That's the Return of the Jedi.
Right.
Where Snoke was there with... That's Return of the Jedi.
Meanwhile, he's showing her how her rebel/resistance fleet is being destroyed right out of her window.
Look out this window, or in this case, on this monitor, because we don't have a window on this particular room in this ship, and like just this exact same dynamic, the exact same lines.
And that if she would just turn to the dark side, it was literally the same exact thing as the throne room scene in Return of the Jedi.
Oh, and then once we kill Snoke, though, because we're doing two movies at once here, we gotta revert back to Empire and have a nice little, let's have a moment where we reveal Rey's parents, and then Kylo Ren's all, join me and we will rule the galaxy together. I'm like, seriously? Seriously? We've had that. We've seen that. The same, Darth Vader said literally the same fucking thing to Luke Skywalker in Empire Strikes Back. Oh my god, you need to try harder.
That's the bold new vision. Maybe that's just new words for saying I'm copying the original trilogy.
There is no villain for episode 9, but we know it's a movie. It has to be Kylo, which to me is a throwaway.
Yes.
What's the point?
Rian Johnson ruined this trilogy, bro.
And if
if
they're gonna
if
they're gonna do the thing where Snoke is still alive, then the movie's still trash. They went about it the wrong way.
Who's the Supreme Sith? It's not Kylo. He's an untrained, feeble piece of shit.
Star Wars has always had good, strong villains. That's what Star Wars is all about, the light and the dark. And then all of a sudden they want to kill Snoke, and what was the point of him? And now they're trying to make Kylo be the main villain.
You know, he's just he's not a good bad guy. I just feel like he's just a reckless emo kid who has all this anger that just kills stuff. It's not menacing like Darth Vader, menacing like Darth Maul.
Darth Vader had a purpose.
Darth Vader had purpose, and he was a lot smarter. Kylo Ren is just like, I'm mad.
He's roid raging.
He's just roid rage.
What you want, Kylo Ren in charge, a spoiled little brat in charge of the Resistance. That even merits a drink. But I guess I shouldn't feel too bad because it's a bold new vision